screen sharing here too. Okay, so I'm Amber, and thank you for the introduction. So I don't have to go through any of that, so we'll just jump right in. So I did reach Emerald and Success Club 10 the first month, and here's a couple things that that I did that worked for me, and hopefully you can take some of these and just kind of implement them into your business and kind of make them your own. But I'll kind of show what I did. So how to get started quickly. It doesn't matter where you are in your business, whether you've been around for a while, whether you're brand new, but you just have to pick a time to start, and then you just have to go for it. And that's what I did. I dove right in. All the information out there to learn is completely overwhelming, and I was super bogged down about trying to learn absolutely everything. And I finally gave that up, and I was like, you know what? You can learn as you go. Details are important, but the most important thing is to just start making connections with people. So whether or not you know exactly what it takes to get to Emerald or what it takes to get to Diamond, or even if you don't know what those are, it doesn't matter right this second. Just start diving in and just meeting people. That's the most important thing. So when I first, before I even signed up, I knew that I was going to sign up, and I knew that I was going to have to create a, network of people. So the very first thing I did, even before I signed up, was I started a free group. So if you've been in the business and you just haven't really started to do a whole lot with it, start with a free group. This will get you building relationships with people right away. And what I did was, it was 21-day gratitude group. And so I created a free group. I invited a couple friends. I had them in turn said, hey, why don't you bring a couple of your friends in here and we'll all do this together for 21 days. I did end up creating a Facebook ad just because I wanted more people. I spent $5 on it, and I just targeted to friends of my friends. And that boosted it, and I ended up having, I think it was 98 people in that group, which is awesome. I mean, not all of them were active participants, but still, that amount of reach was awesome, I thought. So, and then of course, have everybody add just a couple people, 1 or 2 people even, and your group will just skyrocket. Another thing, work your hot and your warm market. So obviously my hot market is, your family, your spouse, your mom, your dad, those kind of things. And how I reached Emerald was, my husband's a coach, and then my mom's also a coach now. Originally, my mom signed up to be a discount coach, but hoping we can start building her business here pretty soon. But just reach for those people that are in your hot market, your best friend, your siblings, your cousin, people that are really close to you, that you think will be understanding and will really want to see your success. Reach out to those people, explain what you're doing and how it can help them. And then even if they just sign up as a discount coach at first, you never know what that's gonna lead you. And so if you want to get to Emerald, it's really great because then you get a cool certificate in the mail, maybe even a bracelet. That's what I got. You're also eligible then for leads, and then you also get team cycle bonuses. And I'm pretty sure I'm right on all of that. Correct me if I'm not. Okay. So hopefully reaching Emerald really is when your business kind of starts to take off. All right, so after you've done that, don't bog down your social media with posts about, all of a sudden workout nutrition. I mean, it's great that you're getting into it, but if you haven't been posting about it in the past, don't just completely go all in and do 6 posts a day on your workouts. Just start sprinkling it in. It's going to get people curious. It's going to show them that, hey, this person's working on themselves. That's kind of neat. Wonder what they're doing. So it just kind of creates a buzz. You don't want to overwhelm your friends with, you know, Beachbody this, Shakeology that. That just kind of gets a bad taste in a lot of people's mouth. So just start connecting that way. And then obviously expand your network. A couple ways I did this is the free group. You can also export your Facebook friends list. And this is a great thing to do because then it puts all of your friends in just one spreadsheet. So you don't have to go searching through your friends list, you know, saying, oh, there's that person. This way you have it all in one nice list. Start reconnecting with old friends that you've lost touch with. And one thing that I love that I've gotten a really good response is the Facebook birthdays. So on the right side of your screen on Facebook, it'll show every day whose birthday it is today. And most people just throw up a post on their wall saying, hey, happy birthday, which gets really nothing. So shoot them private messages on their birthday. That's one thing I do every single day. I see whose birthday it is, and then I shoot them a message. And it is the easiest way to reconnect with people that you've lost touch with. You know, don't shoot them a message saying, hey, I'm a Beachbody coach. You know, ask how they're doing. Ask what's new. Just start building that friendship again. Okay, and then be authentic. So we all watch, you know, the trainings of other coaches, and they're amazing, but you've got to be you. And I'm sure if you've watched other training videos, they all kind of say the same thing, but it's all good content. You know, they say find 3 to 5 things that you love and post about those. So, you know, whether it's whether you like finding new recipes or you like decorating, or if you're into fashion, if you're into, you know, energy work or crafting, or even if it's like something silly like hedgehogs, like just start posting about that kind of stuff and people will start finding you that connect with you on those levels. So it's fun to see what you post about and who responds to it. You'll end up attracting people with similar qualities to you and similar interests, and those are your people. That's going to be your tribe. The scariest part is starting to tell your story. Now, you don't have to just lay it all out there at once. You know, it's just one of those things that you put a little feeler out there. You know, I struggle with anxiety, and I've kept it kind of secret. I've left little like cryptic, you know, Facebook messages out there before, but I've really started to lay it out there. And every time that I do, I get 2 to 3 people personally messaging me about, you know, hey, I'm dealing with that too. And it opens up the door a lot faster. And it really, it just bridges that gap and gets that connection going. And it really, I don't know, it's scary, but it's completely worth it. And just show who you are. Don't try to show, you know, something that you aren't, because people are going to see right through that. Okay, plug into the trainings and the calls and the YouTube videos. There's so much information out there, and it's so easy to kind of fall off the bandwagon of, you know, working your business if you're not constantly being motivated and excited about the business. I heard one, I can't remember who said it, but one of them said, you know, it's like Groundhog Day. Every month is the same over and over and over again. So you really have to, you know, plug into these trainings and just stay excited about what you're doing. I always watch them, you know, either when I'm meal prepping, when I'm doing laundry, when I'm doing the dishes. I always have something on when I'm doing something that doesn't need my full attention. Put your Netflix and put your TV shows on the back burner for a month. That's what I did. I'm slowly starting to make time to watch my shows again, but that first month, I didn't at all because I was 100% focused on the business. I wanted to take off, and I knew my shows were going to be there when I wanted to turn them back on. So use your downtime, you know, plugging into the calls, looking up YouTube videos. There's so much great information out there. Okay. Now, don't lose your why. Don't lose the why that you joined this business for. I have my whys posted on my computer computer desktop. So I create a little graphic and I have all my whys on my desktop so I don't forget. So I see it every single day. You know, you can post them on a clipboard, you can post them on your bathroom mirror. Just make sure that the reason why you joined is somewhere that you see every single day. And don't get sucked into the numbers. You know, it kind of is a number game, but if you're constantly like, oh, I need to get Success Club 5, I need to hit 10, you'll be so concentrated on the number that you'll forget about the people. And that's, you know, they're the most important. If you're concentrated on the people, the numbers will come. I didn't come into this to build a fitness empire. I really wanted to just start to share my story and help others overcome the same things that I've gone through. And if I lost that why, I'd be posting selfies with my shakes or, not that that's a bad thing, but people know that I do that. I've posted enough little hints that I do that they know that I'm doing that. I don't need to post about that kind of stuff every single day. It's the content that I want to post that really adds value to their life is the stuff that I try to put out there. Okay, and set your intentions. If you haven't watched The Secret on Netflix, I strongly suggest that you do. That was kind of an eye-opener. I actually watched it when I was really considering joining Beachbody, and it kind of just drove home the fact that I do, you know, this is something that I can do. I'm going to do it. It's not an option. And it's funny because it's basically about the laws of attraction, and something, when I was watching that movie, the number 10 just kept popping in my head. So I went around my house after the movie shut off and I wrote 10 on every like wipeable surface that I have. It's on my refrigerator, it's on my dryer, it's on my bathroom mirror. It's like the number 10 was everywhere in my house. And I didn't know if it was, you know, get 10 coaches or, you know, 10 could have meant anything, but it's ironic that I did hit Success Club 10 that month. So it just, I don't know, that stuff intrigues me and I love it. So if you have a goal, if you have something that you're trying to reach, write it everywhere and see what happens. You know, the worst you have to do is just erase it. So let's see. Okay, so fear and doubt is going to grip you at some point. You're going to start falling into the trap of that this isn't working, I'm not good enough, nobody's telling me yes, and that's okay. Don't bury that feeling, just kind of recognize it, know that it's there, know that it's going to come up, but then start to replace it with being excited, because people are going to tell us no. But if you're not excited about it, you're just going to fall into this trap, and it's going to be a bad cycle that you can't get out of. So just recognize those feelings and move on. So my kind of motto that I've been going by lately is, if you're falling, just dive. And that's kind of what I did in Beachbody. Like, I came in not really knowing what I was going to do with it, and I was overwhelmed, but I just dove in and I just, you know, I said, you know what, I'm going to give this my all. I'm going to give it a go. We'll see what happens. And I was going to actually finish something. That was, has always been a goal of mine, because I'm so, you know, from one thing to the next, always. So Beachbody was my finishing something. And I don't think I'm ever going to be done with Beachbody. So it's never going to be something I can finish. But it's the fact that, you know, I was presented this opportunity and just dive in head first, feet first, however you dive. And then that's all I got. I'm out. Okay, I'm going to stop screen sharing here. Okay, questions. Public speaking is something I work on as well, but that's my spiel. I hope some tips can help for somebody, or you can take them and kind of morph them into what will work for your business. So I think you're muted, Elizabeth. Did I mute everybody?
I thought I clicked unmute. Can you hear me? Okay. I was just going to say, that was awesome. Thank you. And I think, part of it is just getting over the fear. I know, like, my first couple, like, webinars, I was so self-conscious, and then, you just get past that. So congrats. One down.
Right in.
Yeah. And you did really well. I feel so inspired by what you just shared. I really liked what you said about, like, making friends with the fear and kind of those more negative feelings that can happen sometimes, instead of kind of getting stuck in them, or pushing them away. That's it's just part of it, and it doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. It's just like a natural part of the process. But yeah, I'm gonna try that.
Have fun.
No, really good tips. I don't know. I'd be curious to hear Bridget's thoughts too.
Yeah, that was amazing. Oh, I loved it. That was really good because being alone with my daughter has totally shaken me to my core. So that was also really just a great thing to hear, that, like, it's cool. Just deal with it. I love it. And I love your tip on Facebook birthdays. That is brilliant.
It's my favorite one. Yeah.
Cool. That is such a great idea, to just start a non-awkward conversation.
Yeah, and it is. It's a very easy segue into the conversation. And I'm pretty sure Facebook, picks up on who you're messaging, and then they're like, oh, these people are connected, so we'll start showing your post to that person that you've messaged more. So,
that absolutely happens. For sure. Yes.
That was awesome. I totally got lots of tips.
I know, I did too. I feel like Janelle always says on the call, she's like, I took pages and pages of notes. I took a whole page of notes.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, if you have a condensed version, you should put that in the file section of our team group. That would be brilliant.
Okay, I can do that.
There is lots of good nuggets.
Mm-hmm.
Yay. It's awesome. It's amazing that you've only been a coach for a month, because that was such it's so many seasoned tips, I feel, that you've experienced in just like a month.
Can you tell I've been watching so many other people talking though? I'm like, wait a second. I'm pretty sure that person has said this. Oh, that person has said this. So
I know. Exactly. But no, love it.
Yeah, that's great, because you boil down kind of the best of, what you've heard and what you tried and what actually worked.
True. Do you have any questions, Mom? Put you on the spot?
No, it's really good. And we're trying to figure out how to get the internet out here and stuff. So, because I think that's just awesome to get out there and be out there. So right now we have to walk somewhere to get on anything. So once we figure out how to get that permanently in our camper, I think those are just a really great way to do it.
We'll get you to Emerald as soon as you get internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an awesome business and just such a great opportunity to really build a business that you want to have. And I think that, you're really capturing that, Amber, where you're talking about just being you and having your why in the background of every post. I think, that's such a great reminder, and we all could do better at that at times, when it's okay, let me just put up a picture of my shake, like you said. There's a way to link it to something deeper and make it more effective. So. But yeah, whatever the reason is that you're doing this, that can be the focus of your business, whatever that reason is. So I just think that's one of the coolest things about it.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. Well, I don't know how to tell how much time is left, but I'm sure we're getting close.
Yeah, it doesn't show you until you're in, 10 minutes